Last time on Shadow Peace, the battle between the Dragon of the North, Building Snake, and the aspiring God of War, Tyrson, has shown us what it means to be part of the strongest people in the world. The red-haired pirate showed his superior experience on many occasions, until he finally revealed his own ultimate technique. This was to give the rookie pirates the respect he deserved. Members of this pirate crew might not care about their own image, but they can show respect towards others. With almost perfect control over the winds, Building Snake created a gigantic shell around himself that started to soon take the shape of a dragon, a wind dragon. In this specific scenario, Tyr's fire powers also backfired on him, as he further increased the strength of his opponent's attack. As soon as he felt the wind grinding on his bones, the giant knew he would either die right here, or do something he would normally have never done on Elbaf. His sword and his strength led to a mass destruction, and only half of an instant later, the Dragon of the North found himself 10 kilometers away from where the battle took place. Building Snake is not sure how everything turned out, but he makes himself on the way back to the battleground to investigate just that. After holding a full conversation with Shanks on the Dendenmushi and also with Tyr in person before the battle even started, the confrontation between the two pirates already lasted multiple hours. Building Snake is used to prolonged battles, however even he is exhausted after a serious and dangerous battle. For a person of his level, traveling around 10 kilometers is a matter of minutes. But what he saw once he was back at the place of the battle surprised even the veteran pirate. In front of him, the giant warrior is lying in a puddle of his own blood. He did manage to survive, and that only because he used his own sword to cut a hole below himself to fall into. He's barely hanging on to consciousness. His breathing is erratic, and all his senses are starting to disappear. If he continues to lose blood like this, he will be dead in the next few minutes. I guess I won this Holmgang. Building Snake might have won, but he seems sad about the exact outcome of this battle. Barely getting out a tone, Tyr answers. So you did. I destroyed my own honor by running away from death. This last technique should have killed me. Now, end it. End my miserable life, O great pirate warrior. The red-haired pirate shakes his head as he approaches his opponent. He slowly pulls out something from a bag he threw away at the start of battle. You grew a lot in this battle, and you still have your dreams to achieve. It would be a shame to just die. Honor will only get you to one point, and you need to go way further than that point. For yourself, but also for your crew. Continue to live. Tyr hurts all over, and now also emotionally. Does his honor as a giant maybe make him selfish as well? Could it be a barricade stopping him from becoming the war god he always wanted to be? Would his father not be proud of him? Is his entire mindset wrong? Is the pride a warrior from Elbaf holds worthless? He does not understand how to handle the situation. Whatever it is, he will not be able to find out, as he is dying right now. That is what he thought until he felt a liquid pour over his body and also enter his mouth. It feels nostalgic for some reason. Perhaps it is just his own blood and him seeing his past in Elbaf. No, it is something else. He reopens his eyes and sees Building Snake emptying something in him, while the red-haired pirate drinks the same liquid from a different container. Slowly he is recovering his senses, which also makes him feel the pain of his body more clearly. However, this makes it clear why this taste is so nostalgic for him. It's milk. Milk from Elbaf. As the warmth of the sun envelops Tyr just like his mother once did, he remembers these much simpler days. As the milk continues to touch his lips and wounds, it's as if time itself slows to a halt. The liquid ambrosia cascades over his tongue. A symphony of flavors explodes across his taste buds. He may have just left his home recently, but the items stored on the new giant warrior pirate's ship are mostly not from Elbaf, so he already started to miss the things he had for his entire life. I mean, that's only natural when you leave your hometown for the first time ever. The perfect blast from the past in the form of milk, rich, velvety, with a subtle hint of sweetness, but most importantly reminiscent of childhood memories long forgotten. With each swallow, a wave of nostalgia washes over him, transporting Tyr back to easier times, incredible afternoons of his father dominating battles like a true god of war would. The excitement and admiration is something he should have never forgotten, but over decades it still happened. But just like everything in life, there is also more to this milk than just nostalgia. As he actively starts gulping down the liquid and it travels down his throat, a subtle warmth spreads through his entire body, a gentle hum of healing energy that seeks out every ache and pain, every wound and scar. And as if by magic, he starts feeling it. The faint tingling sensation as his teeth, lost in the just finished battle, begin to regrow, and as his bones knit themselves back together with a quiet determination. The blood loss becomes less and less, and that is not because he is running out of the oh so important red liquid. Instead, his body is recovering and sending him simply into the realm of unconsciousness. In this moment, as he lies in the hole of destruction he himself created, covered in blood and milk and also bathed in the warm sunlight, he knows his life will continue. But as of right now, he is still unsure if it will be in shame or if he has to change his entire view on the definition of honor Elbaf has taught him. With this, the final battle on Pulchra Island has come to an end. In total, this exchange between the Red Hair Pirates and the Fleet of Death resulted in a perfect equal outcome. One win, one loss, and one tie for both sides. Building Snake just left the giant on the ground and made himself on the way to check up on his crew members. He never intended to make this a true duel to the death. This Yonko crew rarely kills someone if it is not completely necessary. First, they give them a chance to either become a subordinate of the main crew or to run away, and then, if that didn't solve the problem, they fight. He never would have guessed that he would find a swordsman of that caliber on a simple checkup on their own territory. One could only imagine what Lime Juice would have done if he got matched up against Tyr. No matter how the other battles turn out, the Dragon of the North knows that now the future holds a war between Shanks' crew and the Strawhat Pirates plus affiliates. When a juggling sword fighter reaches the first place where another battle took place, he instantly gets surprised. Twice. In front of him, both the Sin of Lust Cavendish and the training freak Lime Juice are lying on the ground, covered in bruises, cuts, and countless wounds. Both are hurting, but they are still holding a conversation. That is, if you can call Lime Juice's one-sided fighting advice talk, that is not even wanted, an actual conversation. However, what surprises the very experienced pirate even more is who is standing a bit further away. This confirms the outcome of the third battle for Building Snake. The Sin of Pride Hyrdine won against the Howling Gap. Obviously the giant warrior seems to be on its last leg as well, but that begs the question, how is Gap looking right now? Knowing that the Red Hair Pirates care more about their own crew members than winning a confrontation, Building Snake just picks up Lime Juice from the ground and starts making his way to the third member that came to Pulchra Island. It might have been an equal battle, but this confirms that the Fleet of Death are the victors. And now Pulchra Island is part of the Strawhat Pirates territory. Normally Hyrdine would love to laugh at his fellow Sin, but he doesn't have the energy to do so. He picks up Cavendish into his hand before making himself on the way to Tyr. Just like Building Snake, he's fearing for the worst case scenario. He was the one that made Tyr leave his home, so if this guy died now, he would feel responsible for it for his entire life. When he finally arrives at the location, a sigh of relief leaves his majorly exhausted body. And yet, he is not capable of carrying away his giant comrades. Carefully, he puts down Cavendish on the ground, before sitting down himself. He will have to wait for the other new giant warrior pirates to return to check up on them. The key person here is actually Gert, the doctor of the crew. One thing is for certain, these battle wounds will not disappear completely until the upcoming war against the Blackbeard Pirates. The battle is over, and the time to rest has now come. The day the war against the Red Hair Pirates will start, however, is still in the not so near future. But now we need to go back to the Thriller Bark, inside of the strategy meeting room. Moria sneezes for no reason at all, but in this world, when you mysteriously sneeze, it means something ominous will soon happen. Now that will be fun. But anyways, he stops thinking about superstitions and returns to the important things happening. Olympus, what was that thing you wanted to show me? And why was it so hard to hold back your laughter? When Olympus wasn't with Moria and Brooke to learn more about the ancient language, he was working with manuscripts Moria translated for him. But even with the messages of the road poneglyphs in understandable language, they appeared to be riddles that first need to be solved. Well, Moria, you won't believe this. The gentle, slightly taller than average human pulls out a map of a certain part of the world. I would have never thought that Laughtail is actually that place. No wonder nobody found that place in all these years. What will this place be? And how will this story continue? After a big battle, things are heating up in a different way. I hope you enjoyed the fights. Which one was your favorite? Tell me in the comments. But for now, that's all from me for today. All that's left to be said is stay happy, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay cultured. Pyro, out. Bye!